Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Equity Trust Virtual Classroom. I'm John Bowens, and joining me in the studio today is James Schlimmer of Equity Real Estate Services. And James is also here with IRA Title Pro, a IRA-friendly title company that helps investors close transactions with their self-directed IRA faster in a much more streamlined fashion. James is here to talk about the Property Intel Report, how you can get access to this report as you are looking at real estate transactions for your IRA or non-IRA portfolio. So James, why don't you go ahead and jump right into the Property Intel Report.
So here's what the ask is. Either if you're getting ready to buy a property or you're getting ready to lend money on a property, investors have said, man, it'd be great to be able to get some great information, almost like a quick title search or run comparable sales. How do I identify either red flags on a property or maybe even opportunities? So what we did is we built this Property Intel Report. What I'm going to do, share my screen right now, bring us on over. If you head over to iratitlepro.com and you go right to resources, you'll see in the dropdown it says Property Intel Report. And you can see this is where we're at. Very, very simple to use. And again, it just takes seconds to do this because we've done all the work mining the public record data. All you do is hop in there, plug in the address, 5131 Coralwood Drive. I hope nobody shows up at my house, John Bowens, but if you do, we'll make you a nice lasagna again, So you'll enter your name, and all you're going to do here is pop your phone number. Feel free to call my cell if you guys want, and your email if you need. And then you're going to come over here. If you have an account number, type in your Equity Trust account number. And if not, you're working with a sales rep like John Bowens, just type in John Bowens and click submit. It's going to take a couple seconds. It's actually going to load what we're looking at here. So what you'll see on this report is it's obviously going to give you the ownership information. It's going to give you tax information. We've gone through and it's comparable sales in the neighborhood that are extremely up to date, John, which is fantastic. When was the property built? How many bedrooms? You're going to be able to get a lien history. So obviously, if you're looking at a property, is there a mortgage on it? Has that mortgage been satisfied? Maybe it hasn't. We even went as far and we added in what we call our lien judgment summary. Are there any judgments on the property? Are there any bankruptcies? Are there any foreclosures? All of this information for your investors in seconds, which is what we're trying to do, is just to make your lives easier. So whether or not you're purchasing a property or you're going to be lending on a property, you want to know, hey, wait a second, what lien position am I going to be in? Very quick way for you to be able to do that research on your own. That's the Property Intel Report, and it's available at iratitlepro.com.
That's great, James. And so this isn't a title search. Let's make sure everybody understands it's not a title search. That's why you work with a title company. You have various members of your financial team, but this is a tool that you can access. This is a free tool, correct?
Correct. It's free.
All right. So you go to iratitlepro.com and you get access to this free tool. And the way I look at this tool is I'm looking at a property. Maybe it's an MLS listed property.
Sure.
Maybe it's an off-market transaction that, let's say, a wholesaler might bring to me. I can simply plug in the address of that property, and that's going to give me a baseline for what's going on with that property, a starting point to then decide how I'm going to build my offer. Are there issues with that property that would be relevant in me saying, hey, I'm just going to pass up on this deal altogether right now. I don't even need to do any more further research, not even try to negotiate a deal. Or is there something that we can ultimately overcome and move forward with the transaction?
100% right. It's just designed to save your investors time when they're mining either public record or the comparable sales. It's all aggregated in one easy to use report, right? The biggest difference between this and a title search is that when you inevitably send the deal to IRA Title Pro, we literally have our title examiners looking at the property, and we'll see, we'll vet the property enough to be able to say, hey, yes, we'll even insure the purchase funds on this transaction. So that's kind of the major difference.
So once again, iratitlepro.com, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Outstanding. Well, again, thanks again, James, for joining us in the studio. Until the next video training session, keep leveraging compounding interest in the absence of taxation.